Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Please take this moment now with helping me. Click here, subscribe. Next, click this bell. Next, ensure to click all. This helps you receive a notification when I posted my next videos. Next, click this thumbs up button after every time you watch my video. This pushes it up in the engagement ratings and means it will be suggested to more people, therefore is likely to get more views to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. I also have a Patreon page. Click show more. Scroll down. This link here, my Patreon, click on it. Select the membership. With this membership, you'll get access to all this information. Very good content. It's Tuesday, April 6th, 1:50 p.m. New York time. What are the futures markets? Some people refer to them as the futures exchange, as well as the future markets. It's an exchange where people can trade standardized future contracts. There are several of these exchanges across the United States, New York, Chicago, Kansas, and others worldwide. The largest exchange in the United States is referred to the CME group. Yeah, it bought a bunch of smaller ones in the past years, made itself bigger. So it's now the world's largest financial derivatives exchange, and it offers products such as agricultural products, currencies, energies, interest rates, metals, and stock indexes to trade. Exchange hours open from Sunday through Friday for the US. Okay, in the futures market, they call them contracts, where in the equity market, the stock market, they call them stock shares, equity. So remember that the term is called contracts for futures. And you trade those instruments, and you can do specific quantities and market instruments, like I mentioned. A little broader what those financial instruments are. From the agricultural, so the commodities include your agricultural, grains, and your livestock. Grains can include the soy, lumber, coffee, corn, yeah, all that stuff they have. And then also in the commodities, they also have the metals, such as the gold, silver, platinum, copper. And then also the commodities in the agricultural, they also have livestock, cattle, hog. Also, there's currencies. So in the futures market, they refer to them as the FX futures. Instead of saying currencies, they call them the FX futures. There's another exchange that trades currencies too, called the Forex. They're different exchanges, but they still trade currencies. And then also in the futures market, they trade interest rates. Some of those are the bonds, some are the notes. Got it? Interest rates are fixed income products. Also in the futures market, they have other forms of derivatives, which are called options. So the futures and options are derivatives. Let me give you an example of what a derivative is. You have auto insurance, you have automobile. That automobile is the product, and the insurance is a derivative on that product. You have a home, and you have an insurance policy. There you go. The home is a product. The insurance is the contract on that. So again, if you want to physically trade commodities such as corn or coffee or gold or silver or lumber, you can trade contracts on those, and those contracts are derivatives on the underlying. Same with equity indexes. If you want to trade the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, the Russell 2000, the Dow, you can also trade those in the future markets. Same with currencies. So in the futures market, the currencies, they have the major ones listed there. I'll give an example. The three biggest ones is the euro, Japanese yen, the British pound. All of them are pegged against the US dollar, where the Forex exchange, which is different, which is strictly currencies, has many more pairs, but the liquidity is not so good on all of them. So let's look here, for example. we have 6 grids. And this is what I have here is a trading platform called Thinkorswim. It's also referred to as TOS, TOS. It's offered by the broker company called TD Ameritrade, which got bought out by Charles Schwab. So maybe you want to start calling them Charles Schwab. So brokers, not all brokers offer futures. Not all brokers offer cryptocurrency. Yep. This broker offers futures, stocks, options. So not all brokers have accounts with all the exchanges to trade all financial instruments. So some people have a different broker just trade stocks, another one just to be able to trade futures. Nothing wrong with having one broker or 2 or 3. The point is, if you are with a broker and they don't offer futures, I highly recommend you either open a new account for one that trades futures or close existing one. But the point is as well, futures is so important. I highly recommend you have a watch list of the very important ones that I find. The S&P 500, the 30-year bond, crude oil, gold, natural gas, silver, currencies, and then throughout the day or anytime you want, you can see what the real prices are. Yep. They also have an app you can put on your phone, this broker. So crude oil being that it's a derivative in the futures market, right now the 50-gallon barrel is $59.26. In the futures market, load the symbol up here. All futures all start off with /. So in the stock market, they start off with letters. In the futures market, all future products start off with a / followed by the letters. And since they're contracts and all derivatives expire, they all have expirations, just like insurance policies for your home insurance. Some might expire every month, every year, different durations. Well, same in the futures market. They all have expirations. So in the futures market for crude oil, the symbol being /CL, has contracts that expire, the current one, the most active one, in 14 trading days, May 21st. And then it disappears and then a new one comes. So you can trade all these right now, just one of them. The point is, some of them have expirations every month. Here we're looking at the S&P 500 futures. It has them every quarter. So it's not the same for each future product. Be aware of that. And then we're looking here at the bonds, different durations. Yeah, they make it complicated by choice. Instead of having them the same of every month, they don't. Got it. The widest and most popular currencies in the futures market, first is the euro. And the equity indexes is the S&P 500. And the interest rates is a 30-year bond /CB. And the energies is the crude oil /CL. And the metals is gold, GC. And for cryptocurrency, in the recent years, they created one to trade that trades first the underlying cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin, yep, they trade Bitcoin, but it doesn't trade 24/7 like the other exchanges that trade cryptocurrency. And the margin is much bigger on the cryptocurrency in the futures market. Remember, not all brokers offer cryptocurrency. And there's different exchanges in the futures that offer cryptocurrency. So this one has this symbol, /Bravo Tango Charlie. Yep. Exchanges compete against each other for business, just like brokers. And there's fees, there's different fees, and there's commissions. So your brokers have commissions and the exchanges have regulatory fees. Understand that those are two different things. When you have a broker, they're charging commissions, and the exchanges charge regulatory fees that are passed over. So even if you have an account, a broker such as Robinhood, it says there's no commissions, no exchanges fees. Yes, there is. They're masking it and embedding that cost in your service. Let's look here also at something else may be interesting. The ES, the S&P 500. you want to trade, the exchange has margin requirements, and each broker has different margin requirements. So there's the minimum standard the exchange offers, post for margin requirement, and then your broker may match that or even bring a heavier, larger margin requirement. So the S&P 500 futures, one contract, the margin currently is $12,100 to trade one contract. It's pretty big, isn't it? Let's look at the bonds. $4,400. Let's look at the Bitcoin margin requirements. I know it's the biggest, or used to be the biggest, probably still is. $187,605. Yep. Pretty big, isn't it? Let's look at the crude oil. Did we do that one yet? $7,650. Who would want to trade all these big things? Well, there's big institutions that manage other people's money that trade it. Let's look at natural gas. $3,000. Yep. If you want to trade all these financial I mentioned, from commodities, currencies, equity indexes, your energies, your fixed income, you can also trade them on the stock market. There are smaller size to purchase the products, but they're limited hours, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. So again, the futures markets had more trading hours and more days. Also, there's options on these future markets. Not all stocks have options. So if you want to trade a smaller size, let's look at the S&P 500. We already saw the margin requirement. Show you again. You want to trade one contract regardless buying or selling. In this example, buying. $12,100 for one contract. If you want to trade one option, we'll look at the options contract down here, and we'll look at one today. We'll look at one that's nearest at the money. So it's nearest to 50 delta right there. And that's how much it is. $5,750 to trade one contract, and the options derivative for that underlying strike price. Now, this duration expires in 1 day. That particular options contract I just showed you. Versus the futures contract has 73 trading days. So shortened, there's more risk. One that expires sooner. But the one that expires, the contract that expires in 73 days, that has risk too, because the longer you're in a position, the more likelihood it could turn against you, the price. So these are great for day trading these financial instruments. I wouldn't risk personally holding them over the weekend when the markets are closed, because you have a lot of margin tied up, a lot of risk. And I trade the derivatives in the equity market on these. What's the derivatives in the equity market? The options. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of your time with me. Let me know what you thought about this video, and please let me know what you want to see next. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on my PayPal link. You can leave a small tip. If you don't want to share financial support, no problem. Just click the like and subscribe.